G'day folks, and welcome to another update here on Gormo's shed, and more particularly Great Chesterford Junction. I seem to have had a few different projects going lately, and seem to be jumping from one thing to the next. The main thing I've been working on I suppose, is yard lights, and this was the first one I built, and I was quite happy with the way that came out. And so I've moved on to a different type now, which is the Swan necked variety. So I've made that one there basically for the yard, whereas I've now found that I can do some to put on the ends of the station platform. So I've got one finished already, which is this little one over here. So I'm quite happy with the way that that's come up. And of course they all work. I suppose we can do a demo in here with the lights out, so we'll just get that organised. So I've just turned the room lights off, so now we're just running on the strip lights, and I've got the door open, so there's natural light coming in as well. But if we gradually dim the light a bit more, it's about as low as it will go on the white colour. We can then put the lights on, and you can see the effect that they're having. Now if I change it to blue, which is my preferred nighttime colour, you can see the effect that that has. Now if I shut the door in the meantime, you can see what the real effect is like. And makes the room considerably darker. But I think it's a pretty good effect, so I'm quite happy with how they're turning out, and it's not much trouble to actually knock them up, so that's a bonus. Anyway, we'll get the lights back on. Oh, the other thing I should mention too is that I had some strip light left over, so I've used it to light up my control panels. You need to be able to see what points you need to throw in the dark, folks. Otherwise you can have a real railway tragedy in here. So they're all done, especially the ones for the points. Even that one way over there. Right, we've got the lights back on. Now the other thing I've been working on is these Maroon Coaches. You may remember some years ago that they came out as part of a magazine supplement, and they were quite cheap, and they're quite nasty to go with it. The thing with them though is that they weren't very free running, so I removed the wheels on all of them and sharpened up the pinpoints on the ends of the axles, and sort of achieved slightly better running with them, but I'm still not happy with them as such, and I've changed them over. I've done 3 out of 5 actually, and these 2 are yet to be done, but I've changed them over to Mach 1, Backman Mach 1 bogies. Right folks, I've got 2 coaches here on parallel tracks. Now this one is the one as it came with the original bogies, and this one has the Mach 1 Backman conversion. So if I just roll them back, and what I'll do is I'll push them both at the same time, hands on both of them, and give them the same amount of push. What a difference. And no folks, that wasn't rigged. I'll tell you what, I'll do it again. Okay. Same amount of push for both of them. I've actually got to stop this one from going in the tunnel. Okay. Yes folks, quite a difference, and if you can get them to run well like that, it makes everything worthwhile, you know. There was too much drag once you got 5 of those coaches together, the way they were, but now with the Backman bogies on them, they're just beautiful. Another thing I've been working on folks is my rolling stock, and I've decided to go back to tension locks on everything, and this is purely so that my grandkids can run this railway more effectively, or the way it was intended. And on this sliding yard here, the intention was always that a train would come in pulled by the loco, and it would end up on one of these uncoupling ramps and uncouple, and then the loco draws forward and then runs around and goes back to either Great Chesterford or goes into a storage road in the fiddle yard here. So yeah, these uncoupling ramps are only made from a plastic ice cream container, and as you can see, as the coupling comes up, it raises up and then the loco is released. Now somebody's pointed out that you can't back the loco back over this because it will foul, and that's true, but the intention is that this yard is always one way. However, I think I might take that on board and have another look at these and maybe design them so that you can actually back a loco over, because if you go too far and you muck it up, you can't get back. So yeah, I've got to think with the grandkids in mind for that one, so I think it's right to sort of have it a two-way thing. So I guess that's where it's at the moment, folks, and as always there's plenty more to do, so I guess things are getting done bit by bit. Still a long way to go though. Cheers, Gormo.